What is up, Fragrance family? Thanks for joining me here on my channel again. Steven Sturgill. Welcome back. Today, guys, we're looking at yet another tobacco-based scent. One I've been meaning to get my nose on for quite some time and just haven't found, I don't know, the time. Finally pulled the trigger and got a sample. Wanted to get a sample before I pulled the trigger on a full bottle. I've been burned lately, so I've just been getting a little bit more timid than in the past. But it's from the house of Mancera. Or Mancera, and it is Red Tobacco. This is the tiny little decant, which wasn't cheap, from Twisted Lily. You can kind of see that there. It's funny that the juice is almost clear, not quite. I mean, the coloration wise, but because if you order the bottle, I guess it has some kind of red sticker or wrapper, like a see-through wrapper, which gives the essence that you're using a red colored juice, and that's just clearly simply not the case. I mean, there is, again, some kind of very light, mild coloration in here. It's basically just almost totally clear. Anyways, anyone that's been a fan of the Mancera or Montal, they're basically one and the same houses overall. Perfumista is supposed to be Monsieur Montal. There is a lot of online debate whether that's even a real individual or not, or if that's just a made-up sort of nose as a corporate, like, you know, oh, all of our scents are designed by, you know, Pierre Montal. I haven't yet seen any proof online that the individual actually exists, but that's neither here nor there, whatever. Could just be a marketing ploy. Let's just get into it. Enough of all that. Now, I've already dabbed it on here, guys. I'm going to tell you, at first, this is my second time wearing this. I did not altogether love this at all on my first wearing. It opens, if you're not used to this type of scent, it opens very sweet. It opens very, it's just got a tremendous blast of saccharine sweetness. That tobacco starts pushing up almost immediately, along with there's a lot of saffron. There's a little bit of oud. I don't get much oud, guys, for what it's worth. If you're an oud hater, do not fear. There's almost no detectable oud in this to my nose. Whatever oud is in here, to me, and I could be wrong, and I apologize in advance to the house of Mancera and Montal if I am, but I'm of the opinion that whatever oud is in here is, number one, synthetic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But more importantly, is a very light, white, clean, sort of an Indonesian type oud, or Laotian. It's not the funky, animalic, hardcore Indian oud that many of us at any rate are more familiar with. This is not that, or even if it is, it's given in such a minuscule quality that it just doesn't show up or register here. There's a lot of vanilla in here, guys. There's a lot of vanilla. And there's a lot of tobacco. It's a very fragrant, moist, pungent. I would say the tobacco has a strange mix. Not that it's strange, that's not the right word. It's just a unique blend in the sense that I would say it's about 70% cherry tobacco, pipe tobacco. I would say it's about 20 to 25% hookah tobacco, where you get that lightly spiced and seasoned herbal, you know, smoke through the water effect, right? And then I would say it's about a remaining 10% just good generic medium cigar tobacco and/or cured tobacco leaf, if that makes sense. That is primarily, and again, the character, I think because this is very balsamic, it's quite resinous. And this does have vetiver, which strangely, it also has white musk and sandalwood. Sandalwood, along with that saffron, are going to give a very unique, creamy base that almost in a weird way allows the tobacco to come off drier, even though I said that it's moist upon initial impression. But you're going to see that as the fragrance develops, it's almost as if that tobacco is there three-dimensionally on skin, and so you're getting kind of like a dry, very fragrant blast of three-dimensional tobacco just right up off the skin into your nose. It's very, very interesting. I don't know how they've achieved that, but it's very, very interesting. If you are a tobacco lover and are not opposed to overly sweet openings, absolutely get your nose on this, guys. It's a godsend to a tobacco lover. Oh, it's so rich. Yeah. I am getting some of the patchouli. The jasmine, I don't know. Maybe just the tiniest hint of the jasmine. The guaiac or guaiac wood, yes, but it's all intermingled so well in that tobacco base, along with the amber, the Madagascar vanilla, the white musk, the Haitian vetiver. This is a world-class concoction that can absolutely go toe-to-toe with Herod. And there are not many fragrances on the market that I would ever say that about. So, if you love Herod, and yet you want something different to add to your collection, this is the scent, guys. Save up your pennies. If you have to save half a year to go get this bad boy, do it. You'll thank me later. This is a world-beating tobacco aficionados, tobacco lovers fragrance scent. What is this? Parfum. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Get your nose on a sample, a decant. It is world class. I got about 2 to 3 hours of strong push off the skin, and then it died down to a semi-discreet scent bubble. And then after about another 3 to 4 hours, roughly, it became a pronounced skin scent. Really still quite pronounced for intimate encounters, but at that point, definitely not a club banger. But then you would never go to the club 6 hours later. Why would you? That makes no sense. Very good, decent, very, very good performance overall. Very, very good projection out of the opening. Scent was, I would say, mostly linear. There are definitely some changes into the deep dry down, as you're going to get mostly the tobacco, amber, and vanilla, with some of the vetiver and the guaiac wood sticking around into the deep dry down, with some hints of the patchouli, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, the incense, the saffron. All that's kind of still there. It's just died down so far. I don't know what your nose will be able to distinguish. There is pear and green apple, which lends just a little bit of unique sweetness into that opening, which I wouldn't have minded if they had, again, dulled down the sweetness just a bit. I found the initial, once I learned how to approach this fragrance, though, it was much more approachable upon my second wearing. I found the initial first application very off-putting, way too sweet of an opening, and I was ready to honestly to throw this into the woodshed gutter toilet because the initial first impression was really, really not to my taste and not in my normal preferred lane. But as it opened up and developed, and then especially upon revisiting it, thank God for second wearings, I was able to sort of conceptually understand the fragrance a lot better. And if you're willing to get through that saccharine sweetness on the opening, I promise you guys, The tobacco is so realistic, so three-dimensional, so well blended along with these other spices and the vanilla. If you're a TF, Tom Ford lover, you have got to get your nose on this. You'll thank me later. That's going to do it, guys. If you have it, let me know what you think. If you've tried it, let me know what you think. If you haven't, let me know what you think still. And, you know, we're still technically in the winter. This is a wonderful winter and fall-based scent. I don't have to tell anyone with a half a brain that it should just be standard common practice knowledge or instinct. Yes, they're pricey. I can't make that qualification for you. Is it worth it? I don't know. Once you pass around $250 for scented water, who am I to tell you whether it's worth it or not? You know, I can't tell you whether a Bentley or a Rolls Royce or a Lamborghini or Ferrari is worth it when you can buy arguably nearly as fun, certainly a sports car, for many tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars less, in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars less. But if you've got the money and you roll like this, you're a baller. You know, have at it, man. Ball out. You know, I'm not trying to stop you from living your life on your terms. Why would I? That's a value proposition, guys, that I'm going to leave up to you, the individual, to make. We all are at different levels economically, or different levels about what we feel comfortable with purchasing. That's whatever. Anyways, bottom line is, fabulous scent. Get your nose on a sample or a decant at least, and you'll thank me later. Most of you will. Some of you will say, you know, what were you thinking? This is horrible, whatever. Look, it's not to everyone's taste. But if you're a tobacco lover, by all means, proceed. Green light. Spray often, spray well. Live life on your terms. Peace out, guys. Love you. Oh, click the bell for future updates, and please subscribe if you like my channel. See you next time. Where's my thumb? There it is. Okay. Peace.